Olfaction in humans is a complex system. It's often overlooked and yet it's one of the most important senses. Scientists and psychologists have made breakthroughs in research with correlation between smell and memory, smell and sexual attraction, and the impact of smell towards individuals' personalities and bodily functions. A familiar smell from your childhood, we know, can cause an individual to have a recall of memories, both positive and negative, which is important actually to acknowledge, especially when traumatic events are involved. Smell influences our perception of the world around us. It alerts us when food may be rotten, or when there is a contamination of substances that can cause us harm, or more advanced, subconsciously smelling the immune system in another person when selecting a potential mate. It is often forgotten that humans are animals and we have instincts exactly the same way that dogs do, perhaps not as advanced as dogs, but olfaction plays a key role in human behaviour, especially, for example, with the influence of pheromones. When women are together, when groups of women are together, the menstrual cycles, they sync up. This is down to pheromones. It also influences things such as breastfeeding mothers, bonding, sexual attraction for women towards men, men towards women, men and men, women and women. It plays a key role. Psychologists have worked with commercial brands for decades, developing products that emit responses within human behaviour. This ranges from the smells of candles, cleaning products, laundry products and perfumes and aftershaves. 10 years ago, an advert was created by Lynx, the body fragrance brand. One of the adverts involved a man spraying himself with deodorant, and it featured thousands of women running towards him. The advert ended with a caption that said, "Spray more, get more, the Lynx effect." Now, this wasn't just a fun advert, there was psychology behind the scent that Lynx had used, and the psychologists behind the research have found a significant correlation between the smell of this scent and the level of sexual activity, sexual attractiveness perceived by women towards men, henceforth the reasoning behind the advert. There is a gap in research surrounding human behaviour and routines surrounding olfaction. What is it that humans do to feel confident surrounding smell? We know they wear perfumes and aftershaves, but what is it that goes into that? What's in within these smells that contribute to one's self-esteem? What do we do in our daily routines from the moment that we wake up in the morning to falling asleep at night, and how do they play a role in our levels of olfaction? What is it that we do? We know that smells such as lavender, they can provoke calming. In my classroom at school, I have a lavender plug, and the research is there, so we use it. To this day, a qualitative psychological study within this field following these dynamics hasn't been carried out. It hasn't been done before. It's a study that's proposed by the same psychologist responsible for the research behind the Lynx effect and many more brands that have used his research. And I've been appointed to carry out this research study with my own ideas and collaborations involved. But to do this, I need to be interviewing individuals and analysing patterns within your daily routines from the responses you give me surrounding your involvement with smell in your daily lives. It is an exciting opportunity and I thoroughly look forward to seeing the results. Some of the questions I ask may be personal, but you do have the right to withdraw your answers. You do not have to answer some of the questions. They will involve things such as, what perfumes do you use? What's the smell of your toothpaste? What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? What does your bedroom smell like? What does your home smell like? Many different components that I'd like to dive deep in and analyse.